Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Not again. I learned the game from William Wesley. I'm just playing. What's going on, gang? How are you? How are you? Happy Wednesday. Very interesting times. Very interesting days. Such a wonderful life. Amazing vibes. Amazing vibes, man. What else can be said? It's your boy Phantm Phuego. Phantm Phuego. Roll It is everywhere. Thank you for everybody who keeps supporting Roll It. Oh boy, I roll it. If you haven't, download it, stream it, add it to your playlist, share it across your social medias, tell a friend and tell a friend. My 420 friendly people unite. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just a song for people who recreationally smoke. This is a song for people who use medicinal Mary Jane mostly, because I am a person who uses Mary Jane for medicinal purposes, marijuana for medicinal purposes. You know what I mean? I've been beat up pretty bad over these past few years. Had to have a lot of different medical procedures, and if it wasn't for having medical cannabis, you know, a lot of the pain would be very, very hard to tolerate. So I definitely appreciate, you know, the wonderful benefits I get from such a good plant, because the opioid situation was getting really bad, and plants are definitely a more positive alternative to opiates. Plants are definitely a positive alternative to opiates. I don't care what type of, they say allegedly this and that for your heart. Oh, allegedly this and that for your brain cells. Oh, allegedly this and that for your lungs. I don't understand how any of that could supersede the horror, the absolute horror that has happened because of the opioid epidemic. The absolute horrors that have happened because of the opioid epidemic. I mean, it is absolutely disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting what has happened across this country, across the world, because of the opioid crisis. But definitely the United States has been drastically impacted due to the opioid crisis. You got companies like Purdue and Pfizer and Merck having to pay out billions and billions and billions of dollars. And the billions they paid out was pennies in comparison to what they made off of watching people die. So you're like, damn, Phantm, that's a little harsh way to put it. But how else would you put what they did? Just tell me, how else would you put what they did? How else would you explain those actions? How else do you explain what they did? They watched people die and made tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions of dollars over the last several decades, watching people die, making opioids more and more accessible, more and more designer, more and more potent, more and more addictive, more and more lethal, more and more toxic, and caused more and more lives to be crippled, caused several thousands, caused hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people at this point to lose their ability to function without the drugs, turned millions of people into addicts, destroyed people's lives, destroyed people's families, destroyed people's livelihoods, destroyed people's ability to function, and ultimately cost thousands upon thousands of people their actual lives. So when people say things like, oh, you know, smoking is bad, you know, when you combust, you're combusting, you know, you're bringing out some toxins in the flowers. All right, I'll eat edibles. Oh, but you know, you gotta be careful, you know, you don't know what they're putting in there. Alright, I'll just be sure I'm careful who I get my edibles from. Oh, but you know, the edibles could be so potent, you know, you don't want to have a bad trip. And again, I'll be careful who I get my edibles from. And as long as they're just putting cannabis CBD, THC, CBA, CBD, CBG, CBN. Oh yeah, it's a lot of CBs out there, man. The human body has a cannabinoid system, and trust me, I try to take full use of it. The human body has a cannabinoid system, and I take full use of it. And I mean, it is a known fact that, for thousands of years, hemp and hemp-based products, CBD, THC products have been used as medicine and tinctures. I'm a big fan of tinctures. It's taking the drops and just boop, boop, dropping them under your tongue and going to Party City real fast. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of the juices. Man, I'm a big fan of getting hit and getting hit quick. Yeah, man, smoking is cool, man. Smoking is cool. I think that's more just like a function, a muscle function in itself that once you do that for so long, it's just a muscle function, and you gotta get past that muscle memory of constantly doing that, in addition to breaking habits. So I think that's what cigarettes, cigars, all that. I think after you do that after a long time, you're just into the habit of doing that, a lot. And so now, as I personally have transitioned into other forms of consuming my cannabis, I noticed that I'm so accustomed to smoking that, I have to be careful that I don't over medicate when I'm hitting the eddies or hitting the juices or hitting the tinctures, because I'm so used to having to drag my medication out over an extended period of time, 15, 20, 30-minute sessions, sitting there smoking. And then as I started smoking real potent bud, I couldn't even do that no more, because the bud is so potent that, after a couple drags, like 5 to 10 hits, whew, you can't even smoke on that no more. You ready to pass out. It's that good. It's that medical grade they like to call it. But ain't no real difference between a medical grade and a real grade. Ain't no street, aka black market or underground. Man, that stuff all grow out the ground, man. Or, all these nice fancy ways they growing stuff now. That ain't got nothing to do with it's a plant, man. It's a plant either way. Yes, now they're making them at a higher quality in the lab, but they was making them at a high quality in people's basements. So, I don't really fall into that, oh, this is medicinal, this is not medicinal, this is better for you, this is not vibe. There are people to be careful to buy from, without question. 1,000% somebody will sell you a bad batch. That is a whole fact. But a bad batch of cannabis, and again, natural organic cannabis, a bad batch of that, smoking on a joint that might have just not been grown the best. As long as they ain't putting no other effery in there, it ain't no K2 or nothing. That's a whole different story. It ain't nothing synthetic being put in the batch. Ain't no poisons, ain't no pesticides or nothing being used to keep the bugs away, because you got to worry about that as well. Some people who use pesticides to keep bugs away. Back in the day, a lot of dreads, a lot of naughty, you shouldn't say dreads, because dreads too, but a lot of dread white boys out in Mendocino County or in British Columbia, Canada, used to put a lot of cat urine on the marijuana plants to keep bugs and stuff from getting in it. So you would have that. You would even have some people that would hit it with bug spray, and that was initially allegedly hit it with bug spray, and that was a strain that they used to call Tyson back in the day. That freaky top would have, allegedly, this is just, man, these could just be wives' tales, but allegedly people used to hit it with cat piss. Allegedly people used to throw bug spray on it, and some people actually sought that out. Some people would actually, if it wasn't actually bug spray on it, would allegedly replicate that themselves to pursue that high that allegedly people were having, that they felt they were missing out on. So, cannabis has an interesting history. But throughout that history, cannabis hasn't killed anybody. Some people probably get a little cough, smoking. Probably. Some people take a bad trip or really high, get really high and can't handle it. Maybe have over anxiety and have a panic attack or an anxiety attack, especially because a lot of people don't balance their THC use with CBD. For those that don't know, THC is what creates the psychoactive effects or psychotropic effects. So that's the thing that gets your brain to trip. That's the thing that if you aren't careful can give you an anxiety attack, or if you have a predisposition, if you're somebody that, been in the military or somebody that worked a high stress job like police, firefighter, even just being a teacher, you've just had a lot of stressful situations. You was in a bad car accident, really traumatic childhood, etc. Too much THC or very high potent strains of THC weed by itself can cause an anxiety attack in you. So you can counter that by using some of the CBD, CBN, CBG, CBA strains that are available and on the market. Some people say CBD is not strong enough for them. It doesn't work. So CBG, CBN, CBA, one of those will probably be more effective for you and give you a more consistent medical give you a consistently effective treatment, I should say. It will give you consistently effective results from your treatment. Shout out to Bigelow, man. This lemon ginger tea. Woo! It's something special. This lemon ginger tea is definitely something special. Shout out to Bigelow. But yeah, this is a Phantm Phuego. This is his ghetto point of view. I don't want to turn this into too big of a rant about marijuana and how it's so beneficial. But please make sure you keep hitting up Roll It. Please understand that it's a song for the smokers. Screaming a big F you to big pharmaceutical, Pfizer, Merck, Purdue, all these big corporate drug companies that got people hooked, addicted, all these big corporate medical drug companies that have made people lose their lives, all these big corporate medical drug companies that would rather give your small child a bunch of pills with synthetic marijuana than just let your child eat a gummy. They'll take marijuana and synthesize it and put it into a pill form and make that a FDA approved drug for children that have Tourette's, or children that have convulsions, children that have seizures uncontrollably. They'll let them have Marinol and all these synthetic forms of marijuana before they'll just let them pop some CBD gummies, eat a little candy that has a little plant mixed in it. Like, just think about that. They'll give your child all these extra different chemicals with all these additive side effects, and your child may actually have to take another medication to balance whatever side effects taking the medication would give, because you're not just taking the active ingredient, as they like to call it. You're not just getting the marijuana that they give you in that synthesized pill. Now you're getting everything that they needed to use to make that pill everything that is in that capsule. Whatever created that capsule, whatever ingredients they use to make it, whether it's a liquid capsule, gel capsule, hard white capsule, all the ingredients that was needed to make that capsule, plus other additive ingredients they're giving you with the cannabis. It's like they worse than hustlers on the street selling cocaine. They gotta cut it. They cutting the cut. You know what I'm saying? They not giving you nothing that's pure. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving you that. They're not giving you that 100%. You know what I mean? Good. They giving you that cut. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. They cutting the cut. You understand? And your body has to now digest and deal with all that, as opposed to you just taking a gummy, or you just eating it in a brownie, or you just drinking it in a juice. I've seen people even mix it in water, take liquid CBD tinctures and just mix it in water, or just take a little tincture droplet, boop, under the tongue. Like, what's the problem? What is the problem? I don't understand. I don't understand people The fact that we've allowed this to get this out of control with this medical system is really scary. And anybody who tries to stand up to the medical system, no matter how respectfully you do it, no matter how thoughtfully, no matter how much research you've done, no matter how candid the conversations, no matter how real your needs or your issues, you can be ostracized. People could turn their back on you. Especially don't let people find out you're giving it to a kid. You know, you turn into a demon. Even if the kid's doctor knows, you're still a demon. How dare you giving that kid drugs? And then we'll argue with you to get your kid who possibly has cancer chemotherapy. This world is an interesting world that we live in, man. It's a very interesting world that we live in. But you know, all we can do is take it in stride, take it one day at a time, do our best to come out on top. And that's what we gonna do, man. We survivors, we warriors, we winners. We're blessed beyond measure. We are. We're the blessed ones. We are the chosen. We are the fortunate. We are those who will get through. If you are hearing this, you hearing the sound of my voice, you are blessed. You are fortunate. You are prosperous. You are doing well. And even if you're not doing well, I promise you it's just a small rainstorm and you will be doing well very, very soon. I promise you will be doing well very, very soon. I know you will be doing well very, very soon. You're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to have the biggest blessing you ever had in your life. You're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to have the biggest blessing you ever had in your life. You know what that blessing is? Your life itself. Your life itself is the biggest blessing you will ever have in your life. But all the other blessings you get are blessings that only help enhance that initial blessing, that the fact that you are here and getting to experience this. Oh, that's cheesy, Phantm. That's cheesy, Phantm. I thought you was gonna say something else. Nah, but I'm serious though. This is the biggest blessing you'll ever have. What could be more of a blessing than the life that you have? Getting to breathe in this beautiful air, getting to live this amazing time, getting to feeling, getting to be alive in these times and see everything that's going on, you know. In these times with people not waking up on a daily basis, in these times, what could be better than being alive in these times? It's your boy Phantm Phuego, bringing you the news, views, previews, and reviews, just a twist of his ghetto point of view. AnchorFM.com is the place we rocking. You can catch us on Spotify. Those who don't know, there's been some recent changes to the platform. So now 2 versions of the show pop up every week. If you've been wondering, you'll see a version that has Spotify in parentheses. If you're listening on Spotify, please definitely click the Spotify edition of the show. Has a little more featureful. It's got some dope music going on with the show. I'm definitely gonna have some musical guests featured on the original version of the show as well. Working all that logistically out right now. But those who do have Spotify, check out the Spotify edition of the show to hear the tracks live during the show. I will be in a few days able to re-upload for the other platforms as well. So don't fret if you want Amazon, if you want Overcast, Radio Republic. You're listening on Amazon, you're listening on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Please don't fret. Please continue to like, share, subscribe to the show. Get your notifications. Tell a friend and tell a friend, because the show is only growing and getting bigger. It's definitely going to get more interactive. It's definitely going to get more immersive, media-wise, content-wise. And we only getting better as this time goes on. And that's only because you guys continue to inspire me to keep moving forward. You guys keep sending me those emails. hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. hisghettopoint of view, his ghetto point of view@gmail.com. Sundays and Wednesdays we get to it like it's nothing to it, bringing you the news, views, previews, and reviews with just a twist of his ghetto point of view. Got some dope guests coming on today. Take a quick break real quick in a few secs. How was y'all day though, man? I hope y'all having a beautiful day. Let's just take a moment to breathe and relax. Realize, this is what we do. We doing it like we do it for TV. We have a great time doing it, man. Got a lot of dope content we're going to talk about on the show today. A lot of dope subjects we're going to touch on. Dope people we're going to talk to. It's going to be a vibe. It's always a vibe, man. I appreciate every single one of my amazing guests that comes through. If you didn't catch last Sunday's episode, this past Sunday's episode, I had the very, very, very funny, the super talented comedian Renee Fuentes. He popped through, we talked, it was a good old time, man. It was definitely a very, very dope conversation. Those of you who are into comedians, very funny young man, please check him out. He's got a whole network of comedians that he's bringing through to his platform, and he's making an avenue and a lane for these young, independent, up and coming, and then also some more seasoned, high level comedians to blend and converge and creating this hybrid platform and this hybrid event that he's been running, where he's bringing out the heavy hitters and bringing in some of these young, spicy gals and guys, and letting them go, and others, because you can't. There's some amazing comedians of every ilk right now, and they're all funny in their own right. They all doing their own thing. They all need love and respect and adoration, and there's a lane for everybody. There's audiences for everybody, and as long as you know your craft well, you build it, you keep building it, you keep rebuilding it and revamping it, and they will come, and they will keep coming, as long as you keep being innovative and inspiring and ingenuitive and transformative and enlightening and empowering and educating and funny as hell. They'll keep coming back. And I hope that's what I do for you guys here at His Ghetto Point of View. I hope I'm funny. I hope I'm enlightening. I hope I'm inspiring. I hope I'm educating. I hope I give you something to think about. I hope I give you ambition. I hope I give people motivation and that griminess, that grittiness that you need to get through a bad day. I hope I get it. Excuse me. Oh, damn it, this lemon ginger. I hope I get it to you guys. I hope I give you the courage you need to get through those dark moments. I hope something in my podcast, something in my show, something one of my guests have said, something you've heard in some of these amazing songs from people like Merce, the Big Body Benz, the Goddess, from Mandela Eskia, from O'Henny Cornelius, from anybody's music that I've been playing, from Ness Wilson, T. Cali, anybody that I've been playing, Brittany Campbell. I hope any of these artists have inspired you. Sasa Just. I hope my music inspires you. King Flow is out. King Flow is out. King Flow is out everywhere. I hope all of it inspires you. I hope it makes you think. I hope it gets you up, active, moving, putting energy out there, because without putting energy out there and without getting your feet forward and getting yourself grooving, you'll never, ever get to it. You'll never, ever get to it. So I hope I keep you moving, I keep you active, I keep you inspired, I keep you in good spirits, I keep you moving free, and through the bad times, through the rain and the storm, I hope you put your umbrella up, put your snow boots on, put your rain boots on, and just keep stepping forward. Because nothing else matters if we don't keep stepping forward. Look like you about to be a crazy election. Look like it's about to be a crazy rest of the year. Homelessness is on the rise. They say over almost 10 million people have slipped under the poverty line since this has started. Slipped. They just fell on the poverty banana peel and slipped under the poverty line. That's because they wasn't that far from the poverty line to begin with. And all they needed was to miss a couple checks for their whole life to be thrown into disarray. This whole system is set up crazy. But I think what's more crazy is when you know you're in a crazy system, to not do things to make sure you and yours is good. Because while you could try to preach and be a prophet for people, it's better to be the sage, to set the good example and to let people follow suit. And that's definitely something I've been learning more these days. Just set the good example, let people follow suit, man. Just you do it first. If you see something that you feel is not being done, make a way to do it. Get other people involved of like-mindedness, but you start it. You get those petitions going. You start making those cold calls. You start reaching out to community organizations. You start reaching out to your local government. You start reaching out to city councilmen. You start reaching out to school boards and parks department people, and you make it happen. You reach out to your borough president. You reach out to the city, to the mayor of the city. You reach out to the governor. Make it happen. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what we can all as individuals get done. It all starts with the power of one, and then the one becomes the many. It all starts with the power of one, and the one becomes the many. Once again, this is Phantm Phuego. This is his ghetto point of view. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Get into it.
Yo.
Ted, what's going on, sir?
Chilling, B. What's good? How you been, bro?
Oh, man, good, bro. Thank you so much for taking the time out first and foremost, man. I've been well, sir. Just working, trying to keep busy during these crazy times, taking everybody, been trying to do it. Of course, man. How you been, though, man? How's everything going? It's been too long, good brother.
I know. I've just been good, man. I've been good. I've been working, keeping busy, still working on music, still working on projects, working out with the band, and just more or less keeping my head positive throughout these crazy times, because it's easy to be on some negative shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just, just keeping it happy, keeping it positive, keeping the movements going, you know what I mean? That's more or less it, really, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's excellent, man. Yeah, you always been one to keep the positive vibes flowing and bring everybody energy up to a whole nother 1,000 extra levels. So appreciate I definitely feel that. Yeah, man, absolutely. So before we dig into all the new stuff, please, if you don't mind, man, give people a bit of a background on how you've made it this far in your amazing journey, and like how you cultivated this crazy hybrid sound that you have today, man. That like gets people going nuts wherever you're doing it, whether it's at a live event or on the wax. Like how did you create that amazing potluck of sound, bro?
I mean, the thing about it is that just like took years of grooming, years of practice, years of just singing, years of messing around, years of experimentation with just sound and music and everything. You know what I mean? Because me myself, I always used to be the person, like, I'm always creating music. I'm always just, making beats and just coming up with different sounds. And the thing about it is I never used to really be a singer like that. So now one of my peoples from back in the day got me on some singing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm able to just take the voice and manipulate it and just have fun and just do whatever with it. You know what I mean? So that's more or less what I'm doing. I'm just like, just having fun with it, more or less. You know what I'm saying? Like how I came about. It's been through just years, man. Like I've been dealing with being a producer for X amount of years, being a part of different groups. And then it got to the point where, like, when I really got serious, I've gotten down with the bands. I've been doing my own solo work as well. I've been doing the studio work. I've been doing teaching here and there, and just utilizing what I could do to the best of my ability, and just looking to put my hand in everything. You know what I mean? Musically.
That's what's up. Now, have you always been a native of New York, or were you out of town at first and then transplanted to the city and then just made it your second home? Like,
I'm born
how
in
did
Brooklyn.
that?
Born and raised in Brooklyn.
Okay, what part?
Yeah, indeed. So I'm come from Crown Heights initially, born in Brooklyn Jewish Hospital. So you know what I'm saying? I've been living in the Heights for years and years and years, like all my life, more or less. And then it got to a point where when I dipped from the Heights, I moved to East Flatbush. And then right now, like where I'm at, where my studio is located, I'm in Bushwick. So, you know what I mean? I always kept it New York City. I always kept it Brooklyn. So, that's like, this is like my original home base. But in terms of like a lot of the West Indian and Caribbean things and like my dialect and everything, my family comes from Trinidad and Tobago. So, you know what I mean? I come from there, or my family comes from there. And I've always been with the Jamaican culture in terms of just like studying reggae music from a toddler, so to speak. You know what I mean? So like that's the reason why I'm able to just grasp onto the culture and the heritage, and just, you know what I'm saying, might make my own thing out of it, as well as promoting the music and promoting the message and everything about it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Nah, brother, that definitely makes sense, and you can hear that you definitely have a way of, paying tribute and homage to like the classic roots of the movement with also being able to bring it to the lively, festive dance hall, but then making it futuristic and like turning it into your own thing and turning it up, because you do it on all different type of tempo music, like you saying you do it with the live bands, you can do it off of beats,
Mm,
like that's a gift, bro. Like that's
thank
really
you,
dope.
thank you,
Like I don't, like you're so humble, man. You real subtle with it, and
thank
like.
you. I appreciate that,
But
bro.
anybody who's seen your shows, anybody who's seen the vid, they know what time it is, man.
Mm.
Like, did you ever go to school, or did you just have like such a love that you just ended up just like killing and just
No, I
putting
mean,
in the grind to get what
I like, honestly, I went to Queensboro. So I went to Queensboro and I studied music electronic technology.
nice,
So that's the way how I got all of my studio knowledge, like in terms of just like how to mix master, in terms of notes, in terms of just like working with live gear, live mixing, and just, like anything that has to do with either studio or like recording live instruments. So I went to school for that. I didn't so I did that, and I just took that and I utilized that towards everything that I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's a pleasure
nice, nice.
to know that I was able to just, what I'm saying, because um honestly, it was just me myself. I've always been a creator. You know what I mean? So in a way,
Mm,
it's, if it wasn't music, then it would have been like art. It would have been drawing. It would have been like, you know what I'm saying, on paper and color pencils and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I just always had that whole creative mind span and everything. It's just to find a palette to put it to. You know what I mean? So to speak.
that's what's up, man. So you always knew that you was gonna get the art out there some way, and you've just now been cultivating the ways that most seem to fit your style. Is it sound like what I'm gathering from what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And like this music, I
That's
always had that
excellent.
love for music. So it had to be music, you know what I mean? Versus just like draw. I mean, I could always go back to like the whole hard getting canvas and paint and all of that shit as well. So, you know what I'm saying? So I could do that. But I'm just using my
Mm.
energy for the music for the time being. I think I might branch out. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Hey man, an artist is always looking for ways to express their art. That's a fact.
Hmm. Indeed.
That's dope, man. I'd heard that Queensboro had a dope program, man. Like low key. How was your experience there? How'd you
It
like it?
was really dope. It was really, really dope. Very informative. There's a lot of sight singing and ear training classes, you know what I'm saying, to get you on point with
Mm.
musical scales and musical notes and just transitions. And, you have your music history classes, and, you have a nice studio class. You have a nice it has a couple of courses where if you are looking to learn Pro Tools, or you're just looking to learn studio work, or looking how to record live instruments, they have a lot of that programming there. And the beautiful part about that is it actually comes with a degree versus, like, you know what I'm saying, like a certificate or whatever case may be.
Talk
Not to
about it,
downplay
King.
any institution or whatever case may be, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
Nah, King. I think you're making a very good point, and that's the conversation I have with so many up and coming producers and engineers who and again, we're not trying to knock none of the other
Mm.
institutions, but they end up going to places like IAR,
Exactly.
SAE,
Exactly.
and they'll come out with these certificates, and they'll have the same amount of, let's just put it out there, they'll have the same amount of debt as somebody like me or you
Mm,
who went and got a degree,
mm,
but they won't be able to have the same type of opportunities to try to flip that paperwork into different things.
exactly.
Like they may be very fixed into just doing studio work, or they may be very fixed into just doing some type of live
Mm.
sound. But you got the degree, you can jump into so many different avenues with that and flip that thing over and over and over. So I try to tell that to the young producers coming up all the time. Yeah, I know IAR and SAE, they got the 8 month, 9 month, 1 year programs, but
I say fuck
try
it.
to dig in
If
a
you
little bit
really want to
more.
be on some, you know what, I want to spend money to go to school, you might as well just go OT and go to Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not
Come on,
Queensboro,
come on,
real talk.
come
I'm
on.
just saying,
Nah,
as
man.
well.
Why you think that is though, man? That like some people will gravitate to the certificate programs over like, you know, really digging in. Do you think that it's just the marketing that the program's doing, letting them think that they can really get all the knowledge they need within such a short period of time? Like, what do you think? Where do you think that comes from?
I think that's all marketing and promotion, to be completely honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's really, if the professor or if the instructor really know what they're doing, then more or less everybody's just going to be end up learning the same shit, end up with the same
Right.
connections, the same everything. You know what I mean? So it's just all the matters of how you see yourself getting it, so to speak. Some people might say IAR is because of whoever went to the school or whichever person that they may be inspired by, or maybe a celebrity that may have went there or gave it like a lot of 5-star ratings or whatever case may be. They may see that and say, oh, okay, that person went there and I admire them. You know what? I'm going to do that too. You know what I'm saying? It's honestly not even all about that. I can understand the vision, and I get the vision, and it's cool. It's fine. It's just all depends on whatever you perceive and however you decide to go get it. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters, really. But, you know, I guess that's why some people stick to that type of program or whatever case may be, because they might not even have the knowledge about Queensboro or have the knowledge about any other place where you're able actually to get a like either associates or a bachelor's or whatever, like in what you love to do. You know what I mean? So it all depends.
No, that's definitely the marketing point is definitely an excellent point. Low key, I've always heard about them around the city though. Like a lot of my professors always been like, yo, they got some really dope programs over there. Some people I know that went to school for paramedics and stuff was like, yo, they also went there.
Yeah, they got
that.
a real
like,
dope
that school low key has a lot of really dope programs that I'm sorry that nobody be talking about. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I think we just saying the same thing that like that school has a lot of dope programs, and I think as long as the school, like you said, has all the real good programs and the teachers is really on point, you don't need the fancy names school. Like just go there and get to it. Like I went to LIU. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know LIU got a music program.
I heard.
Funny story. I was working at the pawn shop up the block selling musical equipment, and I ain't know until somebody came into there from there and bought an Avalon that I had just caught from somebody else, used and just put it up in display in the store. That the head of the program comes in and is like, yo, yeah, we got a music program up the block. You should come.
Oh, that's
I was like, what?
That's how the universe works.
And I ended up graduating from there, bro.
Fucking what's up, B? That's congratulations, man.
Crazy, right? And I didn't need the big brand name school. It was just a place that really knew what they was doing. And like you said, man, I had a great experience and a great time. And I met so many dope people. But like I really feel like had I went to the IARs or the SAEs, I probably wouldn't have had the same experience.
I mean, the way how I look at it is we wouldn't know unless we do it. You know what I'm saying? So luckily with the LIU situation, you were able to grasp everything that you can out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to know if you would have went to IAR and motherfucking Scott Storch walking there and shit like that. And next thing you know what I mean?
Nah, that's a whole fact. Absolutely. It just, I felt like I needed more time, bro. I feel like I was a late bloomer with it. And like getting 4 years of really being able to be around people and practice over and over and have my hands on the gear and get to meet people and the network. Like I just felt like I needed more time. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't think that I would have got. There's some people that's already nice already, and so they just do the little 8-month programs because they just want a certificate. No, I really needed to learn. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, it just made the most sense.
And that makes you a different type of individual when you do that. You know what I'm saying? That makes you the dedicated person that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because like I've been watching you too, bro. You've been doing some real major shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
I'm trying, man.
You're doing it, man. We got to get that word "try" out of the vocabulary, bro. For real. You manifest
Appreciate
the future.
That, King. Appreciate that.
Manifest the future,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
For real, man. You doing that shit, man. For real. And what I was saying is that, you know what I'm saying, just the fact that you're able to, you know what I'm saying, be a student. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. I'm forever a student. And that's one thing I always try to preach. I'm always in a learning phase. I'm never gonna get to the point where I'm master shit. You know what I'm saying? If I get to that point, you know what I'm saying, it's just gonna look easy, but regardless of the fact, it's still things out there for me to learn and things out there for me to grasp and to make myself a better person. You know what I mean? So that's the way how I look at it as well. You know what I mean? It all depends on your willingness to learn, your willingness to grasp information and to apply it.
No, that's an excellent point, man. The forever being a student, because you know the entertainment beast is always such an evolving thing, whether it be the technology or how songs is done, how videos is shot, the different editing like there's so many different things that are constantly evolving, and if you're not staying a student all the time, you could really fall behind. Like do you feel that people who are really dope talent wise can completely remove themselves from being a part of the current scene just by not staying abreast of being a student?
It all depends on how they wish to market themselves. It all depends, because the thing about it is you
Mm,
can't call yourself off of the scene and then nobody knows who you are, and the next thing you know you're trying to push music out there and then you wonder why your friends and family is not supporting you. It don't work that way. You know what I mean? You have to
mm,
market yourself. So
mm,
it all depends
mm,
on your marketing scheme. It all
mm,
depends on how you wish to target your audience, how you wish to reach your audience. Because honestly, I don't have TikTok on my phone, but I know that TikTok is one of the major things that a lot of artists use in regards to promoting themselves and marketing themselves. I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying,
mm,
invest, man. Like I'm getting to the point where, yo, you're better off investing into somebody who has the knowledge of how to get you into that broader space. You know what I mean? Because at the end of
mm.
the day, you pushing it yourself and you hitting everybody inbox is only gonna do so much. You might as well get it professionally, get it into some professional hands and have other people look at it and have other people view it. And you know what I'm saying? Get it into like different playlists and different things. And just I just been doing a lot of research and been doing a lot of knowledge. It's just, you know what I'm saying, before I push out this next project to see how I wish to move forward. You know what I mean? Because that's what I've been on
Mm.
as of late. I'm not just trying to have music out there just to be on some, you know what, I'm gonna just throw a project out there and then next thing you know it's just out there for years and nobody's paying attention and they ain't getting no traction. Nah, man, marketing, man. Marketing is what I'm focused on right now.
Brother, you hit the nail so hard on the head right
Mm.
now. Oh my gosh. Please, like, if you don't mind, just elaborate on the importance of that marketing aspect when it comes to anything you're doing as business wise, but especially us in the entertainment and really in the music industry. Because a lot of, I don't know if you've ever seen, but there's like certain artists, especially in like this New York scene that feel like you can almost be taken away from your art, or it can almost be impure if you're not letting your audience just grow
Mm.
organically. Like if you hit up a marketing company or a PR firm, like you're almost kind of cheating your success. But I thought this was business. I mean, just speak to that if you don't mind, brother,
You got to
please.
know the difference whether you are a hobbyist or whether you're trying to take your business to the next level. You know what I mean? It's one thing to
Mm,
know, it's one thing to really love what you do. It's one thing to say, "Oh, I'm a pop one day when somebody watch my video on this certain platform and da 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 da." See, that's the thing. It's one thing to be an artist, but it's another thing to know that, okay, if you are an entertainer or if you are a brand, you're going to need certain things in order to push that brand forward, and one of those things definitely is marketing, and that's going to take some capital. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why a lot of artists, it would be in your best interest to go about starting an LLC and just promote yourself as a brand, in terms of like maybe whatever type of company that you wish to push yourself as. Maybe you want to open your own production company and just hire yourself as the artist of that production company, and just maybe that's the way that you would be able to reach these corporations. You know what I mean? It's different ways of moving, and there's different ways of doing things. And the thing about it is you have to think differently. You can't move because everybody and their moms is dropping music and hitting up people's inboxes and tagging people to say, "Oh, I just dropped a new joint," or thinking that their friends and family is their main fan base, when in all actuality, your friends and family don't have to like your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to get it into those hands. If you believe your music is strong enough, you have to invest into yourself and get it into those hands where you know that it's going to do some major work. So that's all I've been focused on right now. I've just been focused on just making my next move my best move, man. For real, and just put my shit out there.
wow, wow. I mean, brother, you are. It's like you giving us a master class in not only creativity but also being a marketing yourself and understanding that you're not like as Jay-Z would say, you're not just a businessman, you're a business
Mm-hmm.
man, and how people need to handle their
Mm-hmm.
business. Um, but You said a very important word there, man. I hate to keep picking at your ends, but you're dropping so many jewels, bro, that I gotta keep hitting you. When you say a brand, what does that mean to you?
A brand. All right.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. This is an amazing conversation. I thank you
Okay,
so much,
thank you.
man. I think people gonna get a lot of jewels
Check
from
this
this one.
out. When you get to
Yeah.
the realization that we live in a business and not a country, then you'll understand and you move different. Because we live in a business. We don't
Wow.
live in a country. We live in a business. So whatever business that you wish to conduct, whatever you find that your passion is, that's your brand. Whatever you want to do, whatever it is that you do, whatever your purpose is on this earth, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you excel at, you could take that and you could turn that into your brand. You could turn that into you. That's the way how I look at a brand. Your brand is you, and however you wish to push yourself, and however you wish to look at yourself in the public, or to have yourself portrayed in the public, or however, if you even wish to be portrayed in the public, you could be a brand, and you could be like a private business that only deals with certain type of clientele or whatever have you. However you decide to push yourself, it all depends on what your passion is. But like I stated, when you have an understanding that where we live at is a business versus a country, because there's countries all over the world, but where we live right here, this is a business. Because anybody
Wow.
that's struggling is people that's working 9 to 5 jobs. When you get a corporation or an LLC, you have different tax breaks, you have different things that you could take advantage of, this, that, and the third, write-offs, all this, like, you know what I'm saying? It just makes all the more sense to find a passion and to dive into it fully and just make a business out of it. That's the way how I see it. You know what I mean? But, that's just my little my opinionated view. You know what I mean?
Nah, brother, you're definitely sounding like a person whose opinion lines up with a lot of very successful individuals. You know, I could go down a list of a lot of people who think exactly like that, man. And it's worked for them, and you see the
Mm-hmm.
result. Um, Changing gears for a little bit, man. Let's talk about the music a little bit, man. I know you got a lot of amazing stuff in the works. I know you yourself, Silky Savage, Will, y'all doing the Herbivores project, correct?
The Herbivores project is actually out right now. We have something that dropped in
Nice.
July. So it was like an EP with 6 tracks, and it was like a summertime situation. So what we decided to do is we had an old LP ready, but the way how everything turned out this year, we had to cancel a lot of shows and a lot of tours and shit like that. So what we did was we split it apart into 2 different EPs. So the first EP that dropped was like the daytime portion, or I should say, or like the summer portion, and then the one that's about to drop next month is going to be the winter portion. That's going to be called Nightshade. So a lot of those songs are going to be more reflective on the season, more emotional, more engaging in terms of just like relationships and just different scenarios and life scenarios, and you know what I mean? Like that's how we split it up. We wanted to make the first one like really happy, dancey, feel good, you know what I'm saying, loving, you know what I'm saying, a little bit naughty. If you into that type of shit, that's what that 6 a.m. song is all about. You know what I'm saying? On some sexual shit. But other than that, we just try to make, you know what I'm saying, music for people to feel good during these times, because these are some really challenging times where it's like you don't know what the fuck is about to happen, real talk, because every day is just like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we look to like make people happy at first. Now we are looking to put out a more emotionally gauging project. You know what I mean? And I think that this will definitely hit it on the head in terms of like just feelings and emotions and energy, emotion and everything. You know what I mean?
That's excellent, man. That's dope. Shout out to the Herbivores, the rest of the team. I know that's gonna be amazing. Can't wait for that Nightshade to drop. Speak to that though, man. Like even in speaking on the creative stuff, it seems that you've been so able to so eloquently marry, if you will, the business and the creative side, and understanding that those things both live almost synonymous with one another, because even as you're talking about how you're creating, you're like, we're creating stuff that fits a particular mood, a particular season, this is a summer project, this is more a project for this time. Like speak to how important it is to not only have dope stuff, but the timing of it and how everything with that has to be as spot on as you possibly can make
See,
it.
the thing about it is, you just have to know what you're putting out into the world. In order for you to get anything, you got to know what you're willing to give in terms of, like, you know what I mean? Just uh if you're gonna push yourself, or if you're gonna take yourself seriously, you got to do it everything on all aspects. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain projects, you got to know how to explain and know how to really define yourself, or you know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want anybody to paint a narrative for you, like, you know what I mean, unless you hire somebody to do that shit. But ultimately, you know, you would want to paint your own narrative, especially if it's something that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into. You know what I mean? So that's what comes along with the whole herbivore situation. But just as an artist in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took years. It's not like anything that I've learned overnight, because at the end of the day, success ain't overnight either. So it's just like things and certain gems and things that I've taken over time, and just, you know, to learn and to see what take, and you know, just to study the greats. That's what I've actually been doing as of late. Like, throughout this whole pandemic situation, I've been just watching a lot of interviews and studying the greats and studying how they came up, along with the information that I've gathered on my own in terms of just like everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, 2 and 2 equals 4. You just got to put it together, man. For real, for real. That's the way how I
Definitely.
look at it, though,
Nah,
because it's like,
definitely.
um is you have to know what you're putting out there into the public. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put stuff out there and just be like, I don't know, I just felt like, nah, it has to be something. Because if you're looking to put yourself as a brand, or to push yourself as a business, you're gonna have to have some sort of a proposal or whatever, like, you know what I mean? So you're gonna have to have some type of meaning behind your art, some type of meaning behind your work. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really. That's
Bro, I mean, I really hope when people listen to this particular episode of the pod that they really take notes, man, because you are really dropping it for all the
Thank
artists
you.
out there. This man has really touched on literally everything: the importance of the creativity, the branding, having a plan, appropriate timing for the execution of your
Mm.
plan, marketing, getting yourself aligned with people who can do things at a higher level than you, hiring those people that may be more adept in certain areas or have more experience, and understanding that you need to invest in yourself if you really believe in
Mm.
yourself. Like,
Yo,
wow,
can I say
bro,
one thing? One
wow.
thing. If
Yes, sir.
anything, what I would suggest is that it's okay to ask for help, man, or it's okay to hire somebody if you're not able to complete a specific task. Because the thing about a lot of artists, a lot of DIY artists at that, they want to wear all the hats. We want to wear all the hats. We want to do everything to say that, yeah, I did that, I did this, I did that, I did this. Sometimes you might need to reach out in terms of allocating certain jobs to certain people to assist you. But you know what I'm saying, just make sure when you hiring somebody, you hire them for whatever they request. Or if you're working on something with them, work out something with them for whatever they request. Because a lot of things too with artists, they like to, you know what I'm saying, yo, you get what you pay for.
Mm,
That's my last rule.
mm,
You get what you pay for, though. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people
wow,
try to go the
wow.
discounted route, and then when you get discounted work, you wonder why people ain't feeling your shit. You get what you pay for.
Mm,
I'm gonna just leave it at that,
wow,
man. Yo,
wow.
that's
No, brother, I think that's a
mm-hmm,
very heavy one. Um,
mm-hmm.
wow, mind blown, brother, mind blown. That head explosion emoji times
Thank
a
you.
thousand
Now
right
I
now.
just, you know
You are
what,
really
I'm just gotta drop
no,
what I
brother.
learned,
Thank
man.
you
I
for
just
real.
gotta drop whatever I learned throughout the years, because at the end of the day, if it can help somebody, then I've served my purpose. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Mm, definitely, definitely. One
Mm.
last one, please. It's you definitely touched on it a bunch of times, but please, if you don't mind elaborating on the importance of hiring the right people and putting them around you, or assembling the right team of people that you enhance what they're lacking at, and they enhance what the things that you may need to work on or are growing and developing. And how important it is to have those right individuals around you, or know or look up the right people to coordinate with particular things. How crucial can the team be to one's success?
Any major artist that you see on a billboard or that you see out there did not do that shit by themselves at all. They could tell you how self-made they are. They could tell you this. They could tell you that. Da 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 da. They had help, whether it was through their label or whether they hired them themselves. They had help. Everything is at a cost. So, you know what I'm saying? You just would want to move wisely with whatever that you're trying to do. If you know that, you know what I'm saying, you excel in writing music and, you know what I'm saying, doing that, do that. If you know you excel at making beats and doing that, whatever case may be, do that. But if you know that maybe you might need some help mixing, or maybe you might need some help mastering, or maybe you might need to hire somebody to do a video or whatever case may be, look for the proper party that's in whatever genre that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You might want to have to do a YouTube search, or if anything, search within your community and, you know what I'm saying, do your homework and find out, look at videos and see who shoots the best videos, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever work that you need to be done. Just know that you can't do it all on your own. When you have a mental frame or a mind frame that it's going to take longer because I got to do it all, then shit, man, it's going to be a long road for you. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well allocate people in certain areas where you might not be as strong. Because me myself, I know I'm not as strong in the marketing realm or in the promotional realm, because I don't have to reach out to all of these people in terms of different playlists and different websites and different vlogs and blogs and shows and whatever case may be. So I'm gonna need somebody to do that. So that's you know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on you yourself as a person, where you see yourself, where you want to take yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to do the research, do all of that, but just know that it's gonna take some execution. So with everything that you do, just know what your strong points are, know what your weak points are, and whatever your weak points are, have someone take care of that for you. Hire someone to take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying? And don't skimp on their payment, because I understand trying to be frugal and try, but understand it's also a bartering system. So if you're looking to just get the least amount of whatever you can, that's going to be your output. That's going to be your outcome. You don't want that to be an outcome. You want to have the best quality work that you can, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of fierce competition out there. You know what I'm saying? So just be the best you that you can. That's all I could say.
Be the best you that you can. Well said, brother. What's coming up for you on the individual tip? I know you got the herbivores project, plus I'm sure you're being featured on a ton of joints coming down the pipe because you stay busy. But as far as I already know, brother. Can you drop any jewels on any of
The
those
EP is
for us real
pretty
quick?
much
Or those
almost
got to stay
done
under the
right
hat?
now, and right now I'm just working on video shoots and just how to push forward. And like I said, like I was stating earlier, like I'm still doing the marketing research and things of that nature. But nonetheless, I'm working right now, man. The EP is almost done. I'm almost finished mixing and mastering. I'm just looking for the proper videographer, the proper studio to shoot the video, and just different models, and just I'm bringing it all together right now. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, even though we out here working, shit is not. It's nobody handing the shit to me. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I got to take my time and take my effort and just make it the best that I can. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm on right now. Right now, the project is going to be on the way in the first quarter of next year, and I'm just working on getting everything out there and just making everything as lovely as it's supposed to be.
That's what's up. You got a tentative title in the
Red
works
Slump
yet, or is
Shakers
it
Part
still
1.
an untitled project? What you thinking? Red Rum Shakers Part 1. I
Yeah,
like it. I
yeah.
like it. So this is definitely gonna be more
It's gonna
that
be a
feel
feel
good
good
vibe.
dance vibe, man. Like I'm saying, man, because we have enough. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be vulnerable for a little bit. Last night, I
Please,
was
please.
just like, yo, it's so much negative shit that's just happening. This year is just hitting everybody different because of everything that's going on in this country. And now we got to look at Nigeria going through the whole fighting against police brutality and fighting against, and it's just like really almost weighed
Getting
down.
global.
It
Yeah.
almost did, but like you know what I'm saying, sometimes you just gotta meditate and get into that spiritual place and just, you know what? The word for my night last night is gratitude. I'm just looking at where I am in life, you know what I'm saying, what I have in front of me, and just to know that I give thanks in everything that I've done and everything that I'm doing and what's to come and where I am in my life at the moment. Because you know what I'm saying, in all honesty, I can't really complain too much. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Throughout this pandemic, I've been able to keep food on my table. So it's like, what is there to complain about? A lot of people went
That's
broke. A lot of
that's a
people
blessing, bro.
fucked up this year. So it's like, yo, I'm good. I'm all right. I could be better, of course. Anybody could ever always be better. You know what I mean? But I got to work towards that. So everything is good. Everything is as good as it is right now, and I'm gonna work on work. I'm working on making it better.
Yo, that's beautiful, man. That's a very even kill, balanced
Thank you.
mindset to have. Appreciative for where you at, the hunger to get further, but also a mindset and keeping in mind that a lot of people out here wasn't even as blessed as I was. That's a very balanced, even kill way to look
Yeah.
at things, man. And I think that mindset has only served you well and will continue to serve you well. And I'm just looking forward to watch you keep
Thank you,
climbing,
man.
good
I
bro.
really appreciate you, bro. Highly appreciate you, and I thank you for the opportunity of being a part of your show and being a part of the podcast. And I really appreciate it. I know you're about to go far. You're about to do a lot of great things, and I just wish you all the best, bro. Real talk.
Nah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate this. Hopefully I can get you back on here again when the new project out and everybody can when as things transition back to their normal stuff, because things are always going to get back to normal. There's ebbs and flows in life. The energy
Mm.
goes up and down, if you will. So I really feel positive that things will uh get back to some semblance of the beautiful music scene that New York was, and I only look forward to being being here as that happens and watching everybody get to tear up the scene and
Yes,
rock
I
out again,
agree.
man.
And keep in mind, I'm in Bushwick, bro. So whenever you need to link the studio, holla at me, man. I'm here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the invite, brother. I'm definitely going to take
Sure, please
advantage of
do.
that, bro. Thank
Please
you
do.
so much, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at before
Well,
you
you
get
could
out of here.
definitely link me. Well, first I have to promote the website. So it's Redddaz.com. It's
Please.
REDDAZ.com. You could link me on Instagram. You could link me on Facebook. Well, Instagram is at REDDAFYAH. Well, sorry about that. At REDDAFYAH. On Facebook, Twitter, and everything else is at REDDAZ. Once again, redodds.com. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hit the Cash App, it's $Red. I'm just joking. I'm just playing. You don't have to give me any money unless you would like to give me money, but it's okay. I'm fucking
Nah,
around. I'm
nah.
fucking around.
If people want to donate, please let them know it. Let them know it. Nah, man, absolutely. Please, are you dropping all these good gems and jewels? Please
If
let
you
people
feel
know the
like leaving a
Patreon, the PayPal, all that,
donation, you know
man.
what I'm saying? Feel free to leave it at
Yeah, no, please, please.
$REDDAFYAH on your Cash App. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, I'm just not even doing it to receive a donation. I'm just doing it because I want to see everybody be great, and I want to see everybody make great moves, and I want to see a lot more of my peoples and my peers out there in the mainstream fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm around so many talented, insanely talented individuals that we got to make this shit pop. It has to pop. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real
Amen
shit.
to that. Amen to that. Thank you so much, good brother,
Mhm.
for the time. This has been a
Thank
treat.
you.
Man, I'm about to listen to this back myself, brother, just for all the dope
Thank
gems
you.
you
I
been dropping.
appreciate that, man.
Like,
I really
I'm
appreciate it,
dead
bro.
serious, man. And I hope everybody that listens to this one really gets some jewels from it and really find some inspiration because, wow, I mean, you literally gave us a little masterclass there in less than 40 minutes,
Thank you. I
brother.
appreciate
Kudos.
that.
They should hire you at a university.
People coming to my TED Talk. Nah, I'm gonna stop playing around.
For real, brother. This was amazing. Thank you so much, man. And I enjoy the rest of the evening, good brother. And hope to talk to you again very, very soon,
brother.
bro.
We're gonna link. Blessings, y'all. Thank you. Peace
Thank
and
you so
blessings.
much. Peace.
You too.
Take care.
Yeah, we back. Shouts to Redddaz. Oh my God, REDDAZ on all platforms. Redddaz on all platforms. Make sure if you can, please donate something to that brother's Cash App. It's PayPal. That brother's doing dope stuff, man. Shout out to the brother Redddaz. I hope everybody got a master class. He literally went over everything from marketing, promotion, branding, timing, having a good team, investing in yourself, trusting other people who may have more experience and more expertise in other areas to help you shine by bringing their network and their resources and their skill sets to the table for you, your brand, your product, and the definition of a brand itself and how you put yourself out there to the marketplace. Amazing. Simply amazing. This is the type of guest that we like to bring you here on the show. This is his ghetto point of view. Bring you the news, views, previews, reviews, with just a twist of his ghetto point of view and the most amazing guest on the planet. The most amazing guest on the planet. Shout out to Redddaz once again. REDDAZ on all platforms. Shouts to the herbivores, Silky Savage, Will, the whole team. Dope music. Check out that Nightshade project when it come out. Check out Redddaz's tentatively dropping the first quarter next year. That should be dope music. That should be a good time. He's always a vibe. He always brings that energy. He always brings a good time. He always makes people get up out their seats and turn it up to 1,000. Shouts to the boy with Redddaz once again. This is Phantm Phuego. It's his ghetto point of view. Bring you the previews, reviews, news and views. Just a twist of his ghetto point of view. The news, views, previews, and reviews. Just a twist of his ghetto. I'm working on it, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm every day I'm getting better. I'm manifesting to be a new person every day. Shouts to all the amazing guests that come through. Shout to Shauna J. She's out there doing amazing things. She's really, really, really turning it up this year and showing that, you know, through the insane times, through the interesting times is when you can have, you know, your biggest triumphs as long as you stay focused, stay locked in, and stay grinding. And that's a continuous theme I'm seeing it here from a lot of my guests. Henny, Mandela, Skia. I'm hearing that theme from a lot of these amazing guests. Commander Flame, shout to her. Shout to T. Cali, first guest that came on. Shout to the Black Dot, the big homie, for blessing us and stepping through. It's been amazing. Shout to Renee Fuentes for coming through on Sunday. It's dope, and I have a lot of other amazing acts lined up coming through. It's gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna be a good time. I really can't say enough about how excited I am about where the show is going, where it's at, where it's been, where it's headed. And it's all because of y'all, to be honest. hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. If you have a product that you would like to get in front of our audience, hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. Your new movie, your new album, your new website, your new app, your clothing line, your food, your beverages, your new line of sportswear, your new leisure line, your athleisure line, your new shoes, your new hat line, your new frames, whatever you're doing, man. hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. We have a very diverse audience of amazing people that listening in and tuning in. And yeah, man, it's always a vibe. So please get at us, tune in, tell a friend to tell a friend. Wednesdays and Sundays, we get into it like it's nothing to it. You know what I mean? So, and other interesting news, Patti LaBelle, in a recent interview with Lunel, when asked if she would ever do a song with any of the young singers, particularly Ariana Grande. You know, Patti LaBelle is the queen, so you know she can say what she wants. She said that she would really not like to do any songs with any other woman. Pretty much said fuck her. She doesn't really need the song. She don't need it. You know what I'm saying? According to Page 6 in The Sun, also reported on it. But it was a Lunel interview for a blog that will not be mentioned, a blog that shall not be mentioned. Patti LaBelle, she went off and was like, I'm not really singing with no other woman. What we gonna sing about a man? The F for the girl don't need the song. She good. She doing it on her own. I'm fine. That wouldn't even be something I would really like to do. So shout to Patti LaBelle on that. You know, Ariana Grande is definitely a young lady that is coming to her own and has an amazing array of hits under her belt and has her own type of audience. And, you know, she's growing and evolving her music. But, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea. And, you know, the queen like Patti LaBelle, she's entitled to say what she wants and work with who she would like to work with. And if she don't want to do no duets with no female singers, then what the hell would we even ask her that for? So shout to Lunel for always doing amazing interviews, and F her, she don't need it. Shout to Patti LaBelle for that. In other news, Fabio Foreign, hip-hop artist, is allegedly in hot water right now for allegedly assaulting his allegedly pregnant and allegedly assaulting his baby's mother, his child's mother. In a recent altercation, he's facing some charges behind that and is currently in a lot of hot water with the police out here in New York City. Wish him well. I know he was locked up a few days ago. I'm hoping he's gotten out already. Some people say he has, some people say he hasn't. The news is sketchy on that. I wish Fabio Foreign well, because he's pretty much got to be the head of the drill scene right now. Now that R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke has passed away. Everybody's kind of looking at Fabio Foreign to kind of lead the scene and be the guy coming up. He had that amazing article in the Times at the beginning of the summer. You know, the pressure's on. You know, the pressure's on, and I know that can kind of make people act in weird ways, and I'm not excusing domestic violence at all. If the man did this, they gonna throw the book at him. They gonna make an example out of him, especially now that he's a bigger artist and the type of stuff that he raps about in his music. They're gonna bring all of that up. They're not gonna say creative expression or artistic expression or him just being creative. They're not gonna say it's his First Amendment right. They're gonna say it's a pattern and it speaks to how he treats women. And they're going to want to throw the book at him if charges do come forth behind this. I wish the brother a lot of luck and success. Hope everything works out. In other news, guys, there's a report that Broadway, where all the shows are at, will be shutting down until at least the earliest May of 2021. And 97,000 different jobs will be in jeopardy. 97,000 jobs will be in jeopardy for the shutdown that's going to happen. I mean, everybody from food people, actors, actresses, singers, lighting people, DJs. I mean, the full gamut. People that do the ticket boxes, people that do the concessions, janitors. The list goes on and on of all the various people that help make the show go and these Broadway plays go. So, you know, that's a very sad time. I mean, that's essentially an entire industry that will not be able to feed people. And, you know, when people can't eat, when people are having a hard time feeding themselves, taking care of their families, things can get hectic, things can get crazy. So I hope that there's some type of concession plan in place for those people. A lot of those people are unionized that work on Broadway, but there are so many people that are not. So many staff workers that are not. And out of that 97,000 jobs that they're reporting are in jeopardy, maybe even more, 100,000 jobs in jeopardy in just the New York City area. That's hundreds of millions of dollars of salary. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Got the hardest working family out here. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm very, 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 very blessed. Very blessed. So yeah, 100,000 jobs in jeopardy. I mean, that's hundreds of millions of dollars in salaries. You know, that's how does New York recover from this? I have no idea, but we shall see. We shall see. In other news, congrats to Waka Flocka Flame. This kind of low-key flew under the radar. The brother just received a doctorate degree in humanitarianism and socialism from NYU. Congrats to Dr. Flames, Dr. Waka Flocka Flames. That doctorate degree in humanitarianism, that's big, man. Going from somebody who, you know, famously said, you know, he's not really a good rapper, and you know, having songs like "Let 'em guns sounds," "Let 'em guns sounds," Flocka. You know, like, I love Flocka's energy on the track. I love his mom's. Shouts to everybody who used to run ncaa Entertainment. ncaa, for those that don't know, was a management company ran by Waka Flocka's mom's Mama Waka. Everybody used to call her. She was really big in the managing of a lot of acts early on. She actually, at the same time on her roster, had OJ the Juice Man, Waka Flocka Flames, Nicki Minaj, and crazy enough, she also had Gucci Mane. So this is OJ the Juice Man, Gucci Mane, Nicki Minaj, and Waka Flocka Flames all down with ncaa Entertainment at the same time, going on tour together, killing it, running through towns, crushing it. And yeah, shouts to ncaa Entertainment. I really feel that label helped cultivate such an amazing group of talented people who all went and had their foot on the game's throat for a while, for different frames of time, and all really left their legacy and their stamp and their mark. So, you know, shout to them. But shout to Waka Flocka, man. He has literally done a 360 with his life. Everything from being an investor in the cannabis space really heavily to getting his doctorate, changing, you know, just really trying to be a much more well-rounded, well-read, educated individual, and allowing the opportunities he got through the music industry to help him grow in so many other areas. I mean, insane. I mean, the man said, you know, I sold over 30 million records without even really being able to rap. And he felt that he wanted to do something to help his transition into the next part of his life. And I'm sure his mom's is very, very happy with him. And you know, but more importantly, I'm sure Waka, Dr. Flames, is just happy with himself now. You know, he's taken a step that so many people don't, you know, that have early successes and they don't know how to transition. It's like a ball player. They don't know when to retire. They don't know what they're going to do next. So many other artists get a lot of big success, have a lot of huge records, and then unfortunately, you know, they don't really know what to do next. And, you know, after that fizzles out, after their moment in the spotlight may be gone, they don't really know how to transition. But Waka has been the epitome of knowing how to transition, knowing how to take his money and make his money work for him, knowing how to continue to expand and continue to bet on himself, continue to invest in himself. And, you know, Dr. Flame has an amazing ring to it, and I'm sure this good brother is only getting started. So shout to Waka Flocka, shout to Dr. Flames, Dr. Flocka Flames. Put some respect on that brother doctorate degree. And I'm really looking forward to see where this brother goes as things move forward. He's really dope. And I actually think now he's going to be a bigger impact on the hip-hop community than he even was as an artist. And that's saying a lot, because he had a huge meteoric impact as an artist. I think he'll have a bigger impact doing what he's doing now. And that's me saying that as a bias. Oh, you just like it that he's getting positive and he's doing all... The brother was always positive to a degree. You know what I mean? He just had, you know, his music had that vibe to it. But he was always a good, high energy, good time type of dude. Even, the times he got in a little bit of trouble, he was always a good time kind of guy, high energy, just wanted people to enjoy themselves for the most part. He put out some of the most legendary mixtapes that have hit these streets. Can't really say nothing but positive things for him. So definitely congratulations to Dr. Waka Flocka Flames. That is a huge look. Also, I just want to send some condolences. Unfortunately, there's been some losses in the game. There was a shooting that went down recently, and Fetty Wap's brother, Tyshawn Depew, going out the world at 26 years old. Unfortunately, and Tyshawn, forgive me if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly. I am definitely destroying his brother's name. Tyshawn Depew, brother Fetty Wap, passed away at 26 in a shooting out there in the Jersey area. And Fetty regrets it. Fetty feels like he didn't, he let his brother down. In a quote, he says, I love you. You're my twin. He wants the fans to stop asking him, is he okay? Because of course he's not going to be okay right now. Who would be okay when their brother just passed away at all? Quote from this article. Rapper Fetty Wap, who lost his brother Tyshawn Depew in a gunfire accident on October 15th, took to his Instagram to share an emotional tribute. The American rapper posted a photo of him and his brother on his official account of the photo sharing app, and captioned, I love you, my little bro, my twin, RIP, I failed you, I'm sorry. I keep calling your phone and you won't pick the F up. And that ish never rang 3 times. Now it's straight to voicemail. I love you, little bro. I really thought I could get you out before I ever had to make a post like this, little bro. Like, WTF. He didn't Waka, apart from the Instagram post on his wall where he disabled his comments, the rapper Fetty Wap also posted Instagram stories paying tribute to his late 26-year-old brother, as reported by the pop culture website. It is also being reported that the inconsolable 29-year-old rapper lashed out at fans, offering condolences at one point where he wrote, "Stop asking me, am I okay? No, the F, I'm not okay." And I mean, if this just happened on the 15th, is the 21st, come on, guys. 6 days later, you can't expect a man to be okay from something that just tragically happened to his little brother. And in another Instagram story, he said, I done lost so many ends. This ish was almost starting to feel normal. But my little brother, man, it feel like 2017 all over again, the same feeling. I know your slogan, don't cry for me, slide for me. I just don't know what I'm going to tell my nephew when he asks me why I ain't make sure you was okay. Some of the fans of Fetty Wap did send some heartfelt condolences. One fan took to Twitter to offer their condolences. One user said, "Hearts breaking for the passing of your brother. Please know and tell your mama you and your family are in our prayers. Too many of them dying." Another said, "At Fetty Wap, I sincerely meant that you will see your brother again. When you see him in the afterlife, you need to tell your fans stands to back down. It wasn't meant as a threat." One social media user added, "I was at the studio last night when they said Fetty Wap left from downstairs. His brother died. So sad. Sending mad love and strength to that brother right now." A lot of people in the hip-hop community are reaching out. Fetty Wap, whose legal name is Willie Jr. Maxwell II, is best known for his debut single, "She's My Trap Queen," which reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts in May 2015. But I think that's kind of disingenuous because he had an insane run. Like Fetty Wap went on one of those runs that you don't really get to go on. Even some seasoned hip-hop artists don't get to have one of those runs. He had an amazing run of success, just like back to back to back to back to back. He just, that sound, it was infectious. It was just lively. It was, he ran it out here for a little bit. And I mean, that type of run, the amount of funds he probably was able to generate in such a good run if he had the right deals in place, hopefully, damn, man, it's just so sad. You would hope with that level of funds, you and your brothers, you and your fam wouldn't have to be in them streets no more. But sometimes you could take the person out the street, but you can't take the street out the person, as they say, as the proverbial term goes. And Jersey's just one of them hard places, man. I wish them people nothing but condolences, heartfelt condolences. This is a trying time. 26 is such a young age. You haven't even really experienced life to that much of a degree yet. Of course, they had a lot of money. I'm sure they've seen a bunch of parts of the world and, had adventures that only some people would dream about twice and 3 times their age. But living life, having children, having a fam, growing old, having to do things differently as you get older, seeing things from different perspectives, that's just something a 26-year-old may not have gotten to cherish fully just yet. So that's really tragic. And I wish Waka, I wish Fetty Wap and his fam, my sincerest heartfelt condolences right now. There's too much loss going on right now. There's too much loss going on this year. Let's have a moment of silence for Fetty Wap, brother. And everybody that we've lost this year tragically for absolutely no reason. From Pop Smoke to Kobe Bryant. Alton Sterling. Ahmaud Arbery. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. I mean, we have just lost entirely too many people this year. Let's just have a moment of silence, y'all. This is his ghetto point of view. Bringing you the news, views, previews, and reviews just with his ghetto point of view. Wow, man. Just wow. You guys are the best audience in the world. Y'all make this thing so worthwhile. Every single week we do this. Twice a week, like we doing it. Like it's never been done before. But it has. But just not like this. You know what I mean? You guys are literally the best audience in the world. I could not do this without you guys. Please continue to like, share the show, subscribe to the show if you haven't done so already. If you haven't hit the notification bell yet, what are you waiting for? If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for listening to the show, rocking and vibing with us. Shout to the boy Redddaz. Shout to that brother. He definitely gave a master class and dropped so many jewels today. Make sure you look out for the new project that's coming from the herbivores. The previous one they just dropped over the summertime. The one they got coming out in a few weeks. Shout to Redddaz's album that's coming out at the first quarter of next year. It's gonna be special. I'm gonna get out of here tonight, y'all. You guys are the greatest audience in the world. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. Any questions, comments, critiques, criticisms, his ghetto point of view at gmail.com. HISGHETTOPOINTOFVIEW. All one word, all lowercase. It's not really case sensitive, but just put it all lowercase just in case. his ghettopointofview@gmail.com. Please keep those questions coming. Thank you so much to everybody that continues to ask me questions, sends me interesting clips. Also check out the Instagram pages, his Ghetto Point of View. Yeah, man, catch me online, catch me on the social medias. I'll be up there going crazy. I'll be up there wilding. Please make sure to send your love and support to all the artists that be on the show. If you kindly could, please support with a donation to Redddaz's PayPal. Also, my PayPal is Phantm Phuego@gmail.com. Phantm Phuego. Phantm Phuego. Phantm Phantm Phuego@gmail.com. Or the Venmo is Phantm_Phuego_42 or Phantm-Phuego-42 Phuego-42 to the Venmo. Please support the show. Every dollar helps, and it only helps us keep bringing this amazing information, this amazing guests, this amazing content to you and yours. It's your boy Phantm Phuego. We gonna get out of here. See you guys on Sunday. It's gonna be a wild ride. We're gonna have so much more to talk about, I'm sure. R.I.P. once again to Fetty Wap's brother. Condolences out to his family. Yeah, man. Just R.I.P. to everybody that's lost someone this year. Condolences to the fams. Life is so precious. Life can get so short. Gotta just take advantage of every moment that we have. Love each other while we here. Love your fam. Give your wife a big kiss and a big hug. Tell your husband you love him. Just push your husband against the bed. Just yank his clothes off and just jump on him. You know. Show love to the kids. Give your kids kisses and hugs. Let them know that you appreciate the fact that they're here. You appreciate the gifts that their time is. You appreciate the love that y'all share. Children to parents, parents to children, husbands and wives to one another, families, close fam, extended fam, distant fam. There needs to be more love in the world, and we gonna be the conduits for that love. We gonna be the conduits for that positive energy, because we here for that. We here for that. We here for that. You guys are amazing. We're gonna be living in a world full of abundance. We're going to be living in a world full of positive vibes. We're going to be living in a world full of good health and high energy and good vibrations and community and good neighborhoods and people that look out for one another. Because we're going to be the conduits for that world. We're going to bring that change. We bringing that change. We are bringing that change. We are bringing that change. Love, guys. Love, love, love. Have a great one. Catch you Sunday. Shit. Peace. We out of here.